I feel almost that you are being held back by some form of dream that you're wanting to pursue, or some form of dream that is being overlaid on you. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Now this is a general reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars is worth a look at the moment. For whatever sign is in the title down below. It's the same introduction for all of them. There's a timestamp down below if you watch more than one, and you should watch more than one. You want to at least watch your Sun and your Rising, if not your Moon stroke Mars stroke Venus. Especially because in ancient astrology, the rising sign was the more important one. If you don't know what your rising and your moon sign is, there is a link down below to get yourself a free birth chart. All you need is the time, exact time, date obviously, and place of birth, which you can load that in and download the PDF. There's also a link down there to the Facebook group where you can see more effective notifications of when I post my videos, because not all the YouTube ones always go out, I gather. I don't get all the notifications of all the channels I'm subscribed to, but I'm subscribed to a lot, so I struggle to keep track sometimes. On that note, though, if you join the Facebook group, please don't let it prevent you from subscribing here. I'm a new YouTube channel, newish, I'm 5 months old now. So, yeah, I need all the subscriptions I can get. Anyway, this is a reading about the new moon in Aries that happened last Tuesday. They're late. We know the chaos that is going on in the world at the moment. These energies last, however, for a month long. And this is quite an essential new moon, with it also being at the start of the astrological new year. There's a lot of intention setting that you can do. And yes, the peak was at the new moon, but this is intention setting that you can create through the whole month. And with Saturn just moving into Aquarius, you can start things now and make progress now on things that will then calm down, or at least have the structure build up around them that you need while Saturn returns into Capricorn. And then as it pushes forward again at the end of the year, whatever you're planning now should really take off. That's the plan. We are in a very special time. We are in a very crazy time. No doubt you'll have plenty of time to watch all the videos of all your placements that you need, since wherever you are in the world, if you're not isolated at home yet, then you soon will be, but you probably already are. So good luck, everybody. Stay home. You know, there's... I know a few people will react going, they're not telling me I can't move around. Do it. Stay home. One, if you're into the YouTube tarot readings, enjoy the time of being able to look within. But more importantly, you could be a carrier and you can end up with spreading the virus in a way that will affect the elderly and the vulnerable. And you don't have to be that old to be vulnerable to it, and you don't necessarily have to be that unhealthy to be vulnerable to it, it appears, either. Anyway, move on. Back to the tarot. So it's going to be a Celtic cross, clarified, with some oracle cards. I'm doing a special thing for the new moon this time. I'm going to pull out my angel cards to see what angel is supporting us, because we all need that at the moment. Oops. And there I go, destroying my set. But I'm also going to pull out one of my demon possessed tarot to see which goetic spirits can be supporting us at the moment. I will be looking at the god forces that are for and against us. Yeah, I've really said everything about the new moon and the intention settings. So I've also posted on my Facebook page a video from Achita Bava, formerly Richard Ellenbass, who has done a wonderful thing about the new moon. And there's a few other astrologer videos on there. This is a really important new moon. If you're into your astrology or want to know about it, then go and have a look, or just look up on YouTube New Moon in Aries Astrology. This is a big, big time, and I don't have the expertise to explain it half as well as they do. But the question that I am looking at, I've called these readings Riding the New Moon, because riding the new moon energies, but I want to put the bit at the end about what the reading's about. So, yeah, riding the new moon energies through this month into the new year, whether it's Vedic astrology or Western astrology, it is the astrological new year. So, with no further ado, let me bring up the cards. Okay, Taurus, and if you've just joined us after the timestamp, welcome Taurus Rising and Taurus Moon. Now, if you're Taurus Rising, this is happening in your 12th house, the area of your life that is overwhelming, where you can yield to a greater cause or power. And this is also sometimes known as the House of Endings. Now, that makes sense with the cards that I see before me, because what I am seeing is that there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. You're feeling like ready for a new beginning, but there's so much going on that I'm not sure you actually have the space or the freedom to create that new beginning for yourself at the moment. We have how you're feeling, the Ace of Pentacles. So there is that wonderful beginning energy, but it's clarified by the Six of Pentacles. This is out of the Everyday Witch Tarot. And I feel like there's a gesture that you want to give to somebody that makes them go, what? Me? Really? But there's somebody else that is also needing your assistance. There's a lot of things to resolve at the moment. So that echoes that whole energy of being the 12th house, the House of Endings, especially with the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction just coming into play as I am filming today. So there is something that you are having to make a decision about, and that you are almost aware that you do not know all the facts to this. This is something that is relative to your material world, to your home life, to a smooth home life. But then that figures, we're all locked up in isolation at the moment with the coronavirus. But this is a very beautiful, I'm doing this to see if I can focus the camera, a very beautiful Ten of Pentacles card. So it's showing me the area that you are looking at, but it's not really showing me. This Two of Swords feels like you want to reach out outside of this home environment, but I feel almost that you are being held back by some form of dream that you're wanting to pursue, or some form of dream that is being overlaid on you. And you are being told that to pursue this dream, you should do it, and that you need to be strong to do it. And you're worried, have I got the strength? Well, looking at these cards, yeah, you have the strength, and there's a chance that if you do it your way, then you gain some form of wish fulfillment out of it. But this is something that you're going to have to work really, really hard at, doing the same thing over and over and over again. But by doing so, you have the opportunity to declare your own power, declare your own kingdom. This could be, the Emperor is an Aries card. So it could represent the energies of the new moon. It definitely represents the energies of the new moon, considering what the question is. But it also can represent an Aries influence in your life, maybe Aries in your chart. But more importantly, declaring your own territory, your own empire, basically. But there is learning to be done with this. There is some bookwork to be done with this. And it's almost like I'm being told that you have some more forceful tools that you could recruit, but you shouldn't recruit. Let that dog stay asleep for the time being. Because you can be thrown off kilter. What you have to work with here, we have the Ace of Pentacles again. Beware of what new begin. Sorry, I'll just wobble the camera. Beware of what new beginning you choose. We have the Devil card here, which is almost... Now, it almost feels to me like it's hiding something in shadow that you have been torturing yourself over, and out of this self-torture you can find that new beginning. Make sure it's the right one, because there is no doubt that you've been feeling stressed, isolated, anxious and alone and in need of assistance, and there's something where you've been feeling quite poor, something where there is an immense sense of lack, but there is also the promise of help. Whether that promise of help ever came or not, I don't know, but where you are right now, you're in a good place, and you are in a good place where you can unify, maybe from this somebody else's dream that they think you should be doing and your dream. There is a way here for you to be you, put your own stamp on it, put your own impetus and signature to it, rather than just doing what they say and being blind to all the consequences of this. You have got support from your friends, and this is something that if you set foot on one of the new beginnings, you will be called to protect that which is yours. But I think that's true of anybody in new beginnings at the moment, the way the coronavirus is turning upside down the economy. But you have support from friends. And I do feel there is an element of maybe there's a friend or two that you need to make up with. Where else did I see that? I saw that in here. Well, certainly from the Gateway Oracle. Like I said, loads of cards wanted to jump out. For the Gateway Oracle, we have dwelling in truth and healing the past. So there is that sense of resolution of arguments, of choosing to be blind to things and just going, right, now we move on together. Which doesn't mean that you haven't got your eyes open for those things if they crop up again. It just means that you're drawing a line under it and saying, right, let's move on now. That's done. I was in the wrong. You were in the wrong. Somebody was in the wrong. Who cares? What matters is right now and tomorrow. That's what I might call the reading, if I remember. Because the Goetic spirit that is able to offer support for you is Andrus here. Now, bear in mind that with these forces, if they can do one thing, they can do the opposite of this thing. So Andrus here is a sower of discord and a slayer of men. If you can sow discord, you can remove discord. And maybe that's what you need to do, to remove discord, to be able to progress forward, since his card in this demon-possessed tarot is the Chariot. And the angel that is looking after you here is the Angel Prince of the South. I hadn't even read this. I let go of all pain and tension as I float in the sea of divine love. So, whatever it is in the past, however hard done to you were, or however hard done by someone else was by you, move on. Let it go. There is somebody that needs your help, and there is a gesture that you are wanting to make, so make that gesture already. Because I think you will find that people will judge you just as much according to what you want to do now as they may well have judged you for what you have done then. And bear in mind, if this other person is the perpetrator, then they're still judging you. But they're judging you wrongly, and now I feel they're judging you in a way that is a little fairer. If you are the perpetrator in whatever disagreement that you may have had with someone, and bear in mind this someone is someone that can give you the inspiration, the strength, or the clue of the path of moving forward, when spirit is, right, you're going to do this, and then you're going to do this again, and then you're going to do it again and again and again until you are really, really good at it. So we're talking about real world skills. Do you know what I mean? We're not just talking about, oh, am I in the same situation again? I mean, we might be, But if you are in the same situation again and again and again, learn the lesson already. This is this new moon of Aries in your 12th house. You can go, right, that's it, moving on now. Because the God forces that are uplifting you and getting you closer to your Godhead, ascended nature, whatever you want to call it, is the Morai and Dionysus with merrymaking. So the Morai is future. Keep an eye on the future. Know what future you want to have, because with this Healing the Past card, it says here, I step into my future with strength and clarity. Keep an eye on the future that you want. Keep an eye on what you're wanting to manifest, because using your intuition, this is what these cards here say, High Priestess clarifying the Queen of Wands, using your intuition, you can manifest what you are wanting. You can manifest a form of wish fulfillment. But that wish fulfillment in and of itself is something that you'll then go, okay, yeah, done that, move on. Because that's the difference between the 9 and the 10 of Cups. The 9 of the Cups, you get all your wishes granted, and the 10 of Cups, you get to actually experience happiness. So you get not what you wanted, but what you needed. The other aspect of the 9 of Cups, although I'm not feeling it from this card, but is that aspect of gluttony. If you remain being strong, you're worried that are you being greedy in pursuing this? No, you're helping more people than you are harming, and you are helping more people than you were doing before. And yes, you're helping yourself in the process. That's okay. You know, there's no way that you can make these surprising gestures to others who aren't expecting them and look after the people who need it. But pay attention to those people who are needing assistance, mainly because they are needing assistance. And it doesn't matter whether they are the most wonderful person on the world or a complete and utter whatever word you want to put in there that YouTube won't really like me saying. Because if they need assistance, they need assistance, and it is in your power to do that. And you can be the bigger person that all you doing this act of assistance makes them go, oh, okay, I didn't expect that. Doesn't mean they'll get any nicer, but I think they will think of you nicer. And for some reason here, that is important. I know these readings are normally quite self-focused, but for some reason that's important. I'm not entirely sure why. But the God force is working against you right now. Now, this is what told me about how there is so much business going on that you need to draw to a close. The disagreements that you've got to just heal or move on from, because these all jumped out. And as I looked at each card, I normally only take the face card, the top card of a pile that jumps out, but every single one of them had a message. So we have Gaia with manifestation. Yeah, your manifestation that is going to come in at the minute is being blocked. It's being blocked because you're not there yet. You are still in the force of transition, and there are things that you are going to have to let pass with Sharon the Ferryman. Sharon the Ferryman, that sounds bad. Charon the Ferryman. I'll get my ability to speak soon. Persephone with transformation. This transformation hasn't started yet. It's almost like you need to make the first move here. Whatever it is, you need to make the first move because you're feeling very, very isolated and alone, but you need to reach out to others around you, and some of them you need to solve, move on from arguments and disagreements that may, if they were a friend and then you had a massive row about something and you're not speaking to them anymore, get over it. That's what this seems to be saying. Get over it. They might have grown from the experience. They might not have done. Doesn't matter. They were your friend beforehand. With a careful, intuitive eye on them, they can be your friend again for as long as is necessary. We have Icarus with an experience. So all of this that's going on is teaching you something and has been teaching you something. Remember what I was saying is that Emperor card is also indicating to me that there is some study and some learning to be doing. Maybe this scroll at the front could just simply represent your Facebook feed, where you're looking at what these friends stroke ex-friends stroke people you're still connected to are saying, and you're being all judgmental about them. And just put yourself in their shoes for a moment and hope that they have the ability to do the same for you. Now we're coming out, well, we've come out now of Mercury retrograde shadow period, so communication should be okay for the time being. But Iris stands against you with messages with that rainbow bridge that she is the goddess of. Well, I don't want to say rainbow bridge, it makes it sound like Norse mythology, but the rainbow that she is the goddess of. Again, is telling me that these messages haven't come to you, which is why you've been feeling that lack, that poverty. You're the one that needs to initiate this. Remember, Emperor is an Aries card, and it is that initiatory energy. New moon in Aries, new astrological year. It's all about I am. And you've got plenty of I am, or rather I can, with these two Ace of Pentacles. You've got one with what you've got to work with, and you've got one with how you're feeling. So if you're feeling that way, use it, do it. And then finally, Aphrodite with attraction. So, like I was saying about this dream of somebody else's, be careful about what future you choose. But it is really important at the moment that you are kind. We have Zadkiel, the angel of mercy here, which emphasizes that this on here, you've got the witch, the crone, and the young lad. The young lad is the one who's surprised to receive the gift, but the crone may well be handing the basket of food across to the witch, but I'm rather feeling that she's being a bit, don't forget about me. What about me? But the thing is that you can give them something nice and do what they need at the same time. They're maybe not the same action, but you can do them both at the same time, and you should do them both at the same time. That's what I'm really getting from here. Practice not being so alone. Follow your intuition, follow your wisdom. There is wish fulfillment in all of this, but not for a while. You've got work to do first. You've got a lot of work to do first, because that wish fulfillment is in the future. And by the time you get that wish fulfillment, it will also be yeah, this is great, but it's not quite what I needed. It's everything that I wanted. It's not quite what I needed. Let's keep going on. Let's keep moving on. And your wishes will be granted. Star there, Nine of Cups there in the hopes and fears. So, the final outcome cards. We have a beautiful Temperance card. Let me bring, well, no, I'll do it to that camera. I'll keep it in focus. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? These are the Healing Light Tarot. Beautiful cards. Absolutely beautiful. And it is giving me that image of balance. There is an active circuit of energy being created from cup to cup. One dream inspiring another. One dream giving birth to another. Like I said, there's somebody else's dream that has maybe been imposed upon you. You can do that in your way. So at once you are taking ownership of it, so it is your thing, not just what you're being told to do, but it's your thing. But it is derived from whatever someone was trying to get you to do anyway. So, take the family business in a new direction, or yeah, that's the best analogy I can think of. In fact, that's the only analogy I can think of, but there's going to be more than that. You can probably tell me more than that. But it is the start of a journey. There is news going to come to you, but you have to be blind to certain past transgressions. Stop being blind to the quality of people around you. Notice that you are not on your own, that you are surrounded with good friends. Some admittedly you have to make up with, but you have got the good friends. Confidence here is your key to success. And here, look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. That look at the bigger picture. This is why I'm saying, even those people that have done you wrong and you are irritated with, to say the least, just because they've done you wrong doesn't mean you have to cut them out, doesn't mean you have to say no. You can show them what a kick-ass person you are by putting aside all the nonsense from the past and saying, you need some help? Here. And then use your intuition about how you will move forward to it. Because you helping could be you having the last word on the matter. But remember, that means you're having the last word on the matter from the top of a moral high ground. Or it could open up a whole new level of interaction between you so that you are actually, their life is enhanced, your life is enhanced. Saturn in Aquarius is all about people, no, well, it's not all about, but is very much a community card. So you can leave them with the freedom to be whoever they want to be, but you get them to recognise that you have the freedom to be whoever you want to be. Final card here, number 19, which is a number of manifestation, I believe. Certainly in step astrology, it is a number of manifestation. Look at Soul Garden TV, Chris Witecki, for all of that. Namaste today, sorry. I post them on my Facebook page ever so often. And this is saying balance. So again, I'm getting that balance card here with the Two of Swords. I've got the Justice card here that has the balance, the Temperance card here. There is an arrow here into the future, almost like this, like the CND symbol on its side. Here's the center, one arm, two arm, three arm. It's moving forward. The time goes that way in this reading. So it is moving forward. Balance is the way forward. Dwelling in your truth, yes, but healing the past and moving on. Whatever it is, move on. So, whoa. If this means anything to you, Taurus, please do comment down below. Press subscribe while you're there. Hit the like button because it does help the channel. It helps get the videos out there. Stay tuned. I've now got a couple of days to just go flat out filming and editing, so I don't know how much time I'll have, but I'm hoping to do quite a few readings over the next few days, and they should appear over the next week. So best luck with this, Taurus. And my final slogan is whatever it was that I said a while back that I'm going to call the reading, which completely escapes me now. But don't let this chance escape you. Cheers.